guys, is that thing bigger? And I point out the window with my mangled arm.
You guys all look.
Planets are big. I don't know if humans know this.
No, I mean, are we getting closer to it?
You guys aren't sure.
I mean, it certainly could have happened.
Hey, Buzz, have you noticed any sort of like decaying orbit since we got systems back up and running?
He you hear him kind of thinking a little bit, and he's like, "Well, the long range scanners are definitely out, but unfortunately it seems like we're starting to lose altitude real fast."
Oh boy. Okay, so we either gotta take control of the ship or leave the ship before we crash.
There's escape pods right behind us.
Do we know what planet this is? Can we scan it? Or is the long range scanner out so we can't do it?
If we're in orbit, I'd assume short range scanner should
You
be
hear Buzz. He's like, "Hold on." And you hear him just, he's like kind of muttering to himself. All right. It looks like this planet. Looks like it's XKB 4117. Well, and he kind of like thinks about it. He's like, "Whew, we are a little bit off the beaten path here, gentlemen." But that was 4117.
Yes.
He's like, "Well, and he's like, "Oh man, there's a lot of survey data to go through here, but from what I can see, it does have a breathable atmosphere." And he kind of, hear him. And I'm thinking we're gonna have to leave this ship really fast here because this orbit's starting to decay a lot faster than I had originally anticipated.
Are there like native inhabitants, like intelligent life?
He looks like it appears the planet is uninhabited.
Okay, but we can survive there.
We can breathe there.
Well, yeah, we can breathe there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
difference, yes.
It's still a little comforting.
Well, we should probably get off this ship as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I would advise post haste.
Any
sort of supplies we can gather?
Pilfer real quick.
Yeah, like some water.
You guys have enough time to maybe make one trip actually down to the cargo hold to maybe see, depending on where you're going, I guess.
Oh God. I would suggest.
What do you think?
Maybe.
Do you think we should just bug out?
I'm good.
Eyeball the cargo hold and
bridge
just
right now.
GTFO.
Okay.
Because the cargo hold is right next to us. Let's just eyeball it.
Can
if
Buzz
we
maybe
see anything.
trigger something to
Can
jettison it down to the planet?
Can Buzz access the?
Can he scan
what the fuck is the word?
The
manifest. The ship's
manifest,
manifest.
yeah.
Ship's manifest. He kind of combs through and he's like, "Oh shit. It seems like all the data is corrupted. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I don't know what they were hauling."
Okay. I'd say we just eyeball the cargo hold. If we see anything, grab it. If not, just get out of here.
Sure.
And have those escape pods ready for us.
And can we bring the drones with us too? For extra safety.
Oh yeah, I'm holding on to one's hand right now.
I'm like actively like Yoda backpacking on one. Just like,
All right, let's
Soren just like,
He
can
kinda-
we use
he kinda-
these? And you're just like,
he's kind of like, well, here's a little bit of unfortunate news as well. It seems like there's only 4 escape pods that are working, and they aren't really spacious.
there's 4 of us.
Mouse Man could double
can
up.
Mouse put one? Can
Sit
one of
on
the
my lap?
drones sit on his lap or something? I don't
It's
know.
gonna be a tight fit, but maybe.
It's up to you.
We could use one, and you could actually possibly put your AI in one of those drones. Just to have something.
Are the drones like? I suppose I assume they can be like reprogrammed, not connected to the ship.
You're not sure.
Yeah, because if they're connected to the ship, we take them out of the ship. They might not.
We can
work.
use them too. We can salvage them.
Yeah, they got parts.
That's true. Yep.
It is a similar, just your general knowledge, we'll say from your background, you definitely know that this has the parts that you could use to rebuild your drone, but odds are it's probably linked to the ship somehow.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just gonna. I'm good with what I have. I don't really need to look through the cargo cargo hold, so I'm just gonna get into one of the escape pods, strap in one of the drones next to me there, and just kind of.
It's a little bit. It's bigger than your guy normally is. So you kind of gotta like you're like holding it. So it's like kind of like you're like a small guy with another small guy on your shoulders, kind of thing. And so you're kind of already set there.
Ready to go.
I'd like to take a quick glance in the cargo hold for.
All right, who's
anything
going down to the
that
cargo
could
hold?
I'm going with
Yeah.
them.
You guys are all going down to the cargo hold, not going anywhere else.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, because you guys have just one. You have enough time to go to one
This
destination.
is our in and out.
All right, perception checks from each of you.
Well, that's gonna be bad.
23.
23.
That's my number.
That's a number.
21.
How much did you get?
4.
4.
21.
And you got 21. All right. Between the two of you, you were able to find what appears to be pieces of what seems to be some kind of comm unit. You're not really sure.
Okay.
It's a lot larger than your wristbound one, so you're not sure. It's just essentially kind of like a container of unassembled parts.
Gotcha.
And you got, what was that, Russia?
21.
It appears that you found like 4 more battery packs and an extra pistol, same one as you guys have.
I got a tactical one.
Yep,
Okay. Well, those guys got lasers.
laser pistols.
Okay.
With no ammo. Did you find ammo?
4 batteries they found.
I get 4 batteries?
Well, he found them, so
Oh.
you can distribute.
So
them
there's
as you wish.
one pistol.
Hmm?
What's the bulk on the compound parts?
The parts, that
L.
is gonna be.
It's probably an L.
Yeah.
Smack an L on it. No, I don't know.
It's just gonna be large, we'll say. So just one bulk.
So one bolt.
Yep, one bulk. Alright.
So one pistol. Singular
One
pistol.
one singular laser pistol,
Okay.
and 4
Battery packs.
4 battery packs. We'll
Let's
say
hustle it.
just for the hustle.
Okay.
Now, as you guys are running back up, you just hear the very faintest, just like an echoing.
Is it
kind
30
of,
feet away from me?
Divine
You
sense.
are,
My antenna.
you're kind of like, you are within range of it. You're kind of like, you gave up, because you were like looking at shit and it just like was just a bunch of
And
garbage.
the only one that
You
wasn't
like-
broken is like twitching.
Yeah,
My
and
antenna.
what does that 30 feet give you? remember
Bonuses on like stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah, I can just see through stealth 50%.
Okay. It is not hiding because you hear kind of like reverberating through the door that you guys saw the docking hatch corridor. You hear a really low, and you see just this kind of like heated breath, kind of like against the glass.
Like a velociraptor.
Can I toss a smoke grenade over there and cover our tracks?
Do you have a smoke grenade?
I got 3 of them.
All right, go ahead and make
Or 2 of them.
make that ranged attack.
Nat 20.
It lands perfectly in front of the door. You see it. Poof. You guys are running up. Okay.
Yeah.
Run
You guys-
away to the escape
You guys
pods.
get to the top. You just hear the loudest screeching of metal, and you see blasting through the smoke large shards of the door.
Oh,
And
run, you
just
guys.
see just this large. As you guys are running past, when this is occurring,
This is
you
my
see
run.
this
Oh, God.
four-legged creature, bright blue iridescent skin, long mane of what appears to be very large kind of tendrils, and you see its mouth, just large, hideous fangs kind of protruding from it. You see the claw marks as it digs into the plate. You can see that it easily grips the ground, and it kind of tears into the bulkhead and just without even moving from its spot, it just kind of tenses its legs. And right as you guys run from you guys are kind of at that console on the second story, you just hear the screeching of metal as it starts to chase, and you can hear it starting to barrel back at you. You hear pounding footsteps coming through.
And I just yell, like, what's going on?
Go, 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 go.
Go,
Is there a button for me to hit or something?
Oh yeah,
Get out of here right now.
big red button.
Yep.
Hit the button.
I'm popping that button.
All right, you
No,
guys.
you could
all,
just faintly hear us say like, go, 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 go.
You guys all get in. You're the last one to get in, and you see just as you hit the button and the door slams, you see it just barreling through, and you see its head turn at you, and you see bright, like green and yellow eyes staring straight at you as the door slams down, and you, and you're all just kind of like shaking in your escape pods. Bright flames kind of licking the
Get the.
yeah, you guys are getting hit with some serious G's.
How cramped is my tall boy in there?
You are definitely like cramped up, but you were able to fit in there. You guys all in kind of like kind of staggered moments. All four of you hit. You guys. It takes you quite a while to kind of get
The adrenaline calm
calm down. You guys land approximately next to each other. The doors pop off, and the first thing that you notice is just the blistering heat. You realize that the sun that's beating down it's so hot. You kind of look down on your gauges, and kind of the immediate temperature puts it right around like 120.
Oof.
You guys.
I was gonna say, I was like, well, we should be.
You guys do each find
not that
what
hot.
appears to be emergency rations. Best guess probably like 3 days each.
Okay.
So enough food and water to last about 3 days. So you guys all reconvene with each other. As you get back together, you see kind of streaking across the sky just a large flaming object that starts to kind of break apart.
It's re-entering.
Yeah.
Just.
You guys were very close to, kind of.
You think that thing survived?
I hope not. Did you see those eyes?
I didn't get a good look. Did you?
Yeah.
What'd they look like?
This is not good. Green, right?
Yeah,
Green and
I was
yellow.
hoping that wouldn't be an issue, and
Yellow eyes, my God!
didn't-
Yellow eyes!
didn't turn out to be a problem. Looks like, but yeah, you guys met our little friend, I guess.
Yeah.
You knew about it?
You knew about this?
For a while, yeah.
Why didn't you tell us?
Wasn't an issue.
You didn't tell me even, bro? Come on.
Something that
you
big
know.
and scary is pretty important to know about.
It was isolated. It wasn't a problem. When it became a problem, I was going to let you know.
It was like our
You see
We're
that.
reactionary
Thoraxes.
now.
You see that large object kind of streak across the horizon, and it lands kind of beyond the horizon. But you hear a very loud kind of like, boom.
Do we feel it?
No.
It's not that close.
What's the environment like here? Is it arid? And
It's
grasslands?
very arid.
Is it
think of
deserty?
it as yes. Think of it as kind of the Nevada desert area.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is it like
Patrol in
Aphelion times
Mojave sure
2?
makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Even my name is a killing word.
So, what are you guys doing?
We should probably try to find some shelter first thing.
We should just group up and then, look
Find
around
a
for some
cave
Each
shelter.
or
one has
something
like
out
a
of the
basic
sun.
kind of like survival tent too. We'll just say in the escape pod.
Do these escape or these survival tents of the future have like climate control?
You're not sure. Probably in this type of heat, it's not going to be very comfortable, but it's definitely not going to be 120 degrees.
Okay.
Probably also want to maybe find shelter.
Yeah. Let's find a cave or something.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the ship. Just kind of giving you guys a general.
Can I
kind of.
rip I just want to find like a bar, metal bar or something I can rip off like
From your pod?
from
From
my
the
pod.
escape
Use
pod?
like a walking stick
Can
and
we just-
impromptu melee weapon.
Yeah, sure. We'll say that. As
Yeah, what can
kind
we
of a-
salvage? Can
I
we
was gonna
just...
say, could we use our pods to like make a makeshift shelter?
They're about they're kind of like tube sized. They're about 8 to 10 feet tall. Large enough to house a person. It's not very comfortable on the inside, but it's just kind of like very utilitarian. It's not designed for comfort or anything like that. But I mean, you can try.
I mean, like,
I just
like
want to find
take,
a walking stick.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you you tear off a piece and it's functional.
Nice.
So I mean, are you trying to just like tear specific components out?
Well, I was just thinking, like, I know they did it in like a Star Trek episode where it was like, where they had a ship, and then once
This
they
will probably
landed,
come up more than once.
once they landed, the ship was built so that they could, or they then used the ship to create their settlement.
Well, that was
like
a colonist ship. or-
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, like, just using pieces of what you have.
The two that are trained in engineering could probably maybe try and see if they could salvage something of use from them.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
And
try.
if you'd like, you can also like roll a separate engineering check to kind of like check.
So at the
things
very
that
least, you could
he
use some
brought with.
exterior
Or
hull
excuse me, he brought with.
for some shade.
Yeah, I'm gonna check what he has, and then also.
Yeah, I want to show him the comm unit parts I found.
And then Tyler, you can do one as well
That's a 18 for engineering
on his thing or the pod.
on his thing.
Okay. This appears to be the equipment necessary, though missing a power source to build a system-wide communications device. So luckily, he seems to have grabbed one of the very, things that you
Most
might have needed.
important things
How
we probably need.
crazy is that?
Man, I was at nat 20, I swear.
What is it missing?
Missing a power source, because
Oh.
for it to transmit on a system-wide scale, it's not like a regular wrist communicator. It definitely needs some juice.
Probably cannibalize some of their like reactors or something from the escape pods.
Can I check out the pod now?
Or use
What was
laser
yours, Tyler?
batteries.
25.
25. It seems like the power source is just kind of your check as well.
Okay.
Seeing his stuff, the escape pods are kind of like one and done kind of fuel sources. It seems more like just fossil fuels, or not necessarily fossil fuels, but whatever the kind of one shot equivalent of a battery is. There does seem to be on your pod very limited sensor arrays, like something that could maybe scan the immediate area with.
Okay.
The other three, you'd have to kind of cannibalize the parts for it, but you think you could between you two, you could probably fix it. So at least like getting local kind of like scan of the area, or at least something like that.
We gotta get that going. See if there's any shelter. Or just what's in
Okay.
our vicinity.
Either one of you guys, if you want to, you can do an engineering check. It's up to you.
15.
15. Do you want to roll?
Oh, is it either or just? Okay.
Just both roll. We'll just say because you guys are working
14.
together.
21.
Yeah, combined, you guys spend the better part of an hour trying to piece it together, which by that time it's starting to get really hot. You kind of do the last finishing touches. It is ugly, but it does seem to kind of spark to life. You get a kind of very limited scan, only a couple of kilometers in each direction. You do notice that there is what appears to be large kind of mountainous terrain to the north. The south and kind of west direction, just more sand, and the west direction is actually where your ship had crashed.
Well, mountains means better chance for caves and stuff. So.
Yeah. The higher we go in the atmosphere, the cooler it might get. I say let's go for the mountains.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go north.
Okay. The array, unfortunately, burns out right after you kind of get that initial
Okay.
reading.
Bye bye.
But also being tied into the pods, it's not really transportable. But
We just
you guys-
ET'd that and then just left it to the.
Yeah, go ahead and make your jaunt. We'll say, just for the purposes of kind of closing it up, you guys make it to the mountain range, which is prodigious. It is very rocky. There are many, many, many kind of crests of jagged rocks. It's a very harsh landscape, but there's much shade to be found. You do kind of get a little bit of comfort. It's still kind of like in the 90s, So it's a very dry heat too.
It's manageable.
It's manageable, definitely. Carrying the remains of that droid, you guys do eventually find what seems to be like a cave system that you could probably get some decent rest in.
Oh,
Nice.
thank the
Set up
earth.
those tents inside, make it even cooler.
Yep. So that will close for this one.
Oh my god.
Guessing we ate a ration on the way.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
while
We'll
after
say
we
just
got
at the
there?
end of the day, you guys ate a ration, which you guys notice that it feels like it should be sunset, but it hasn't gotten any darker.
Relative to, I guess, our native planets.
The amount of time spent, kind of just using like the average kind of, amount of time it takes for, say like a planet to, set. You're more accustomed to this because
I live in the
your
20 to 40
planet
hours
is
per
tidally
day.
locked, but yeah, like a 24-hour day is what the kind of like universal like time span is. There's been no change, no temperature change. It's
Damn.
still that blistering heat.
Man. We're never coming back to XKB
No.
117.
No.
4117.
We'll never say never.
Well,
Maybe
you guys have a nice vacation.
We don't know. We don't know what's in store for us here. There could be untold riches beneath our feet.
I'm not in it for
So,
the money.
with that, we will close this session. You guys went through quite a bit. So you guys each gain 500 experience.
Ooh, that's a good little booster there.
With combat and kind of the plot, just getting a little bit of something there. So we will pick this up next time, and hopefully the blistering heat of an arid, deserted, uninhabited planet is a little bit better than, fighting zombies in space and what appears to be just a giant lion demon